Hello, my name is Katie Morse, and this is Kraken Refuge. This is Milestone 5, and this milestone, I decided to add an explosive, I changed the weather and music, I added music, and then I added an ambient noise, as you can hear right now, which is the oceanic noise. So first thing I'm going to go into, in the forest area, or the jungle area, I add these barrels to kind of help with the player to cover. Well, also I add these explosive barrels. So in the jungle area, I didn't add that many explosive barrels. Let me see if I can see it. There it is. So when the player shoots this, um, it'll explode. For this area in particular, it's semi-close to enemies. That's kind of more of a distraction, unless the player is able to lure them kind of towards them and then shoot it. Um, you have the enemy, and not the enemy, the player has plenty of opportunities to hide and kind of like mess with the enemies a lot since they're in a more dense jungle, so they're more able to hide around trees and stuff like that. So I found like if the player wants to draw them out, they can use an explosive. So that's what I had for the jungle area, since like these enemies, they're like very like they have pistols and things like that. They're not really heavy weapons. Versus over here I have more explosives, as you can see. Some of them are used to lure the enemies out, or if you want to, like, if you hid for a little bit, the enemies, like, stop looking for you, and then you want to cause an explosion to kind of lure the enemies to that side of the village. Um, or if you want to do a massive explosive, like, I have two explosives right here, right next to each other. If you do that, when the enemies are all confined, you can, like, deal massive amount of damage and kill them, and you can get through your waves faster, and it kind of empowers the player when they see that huge explosion and like enemies dying and they're getting through waves faster. They'll feel more motivated, and it's more fast paced since it's more action. Also, too, I add this little cover area. I notice when the player gets off the boat, they don't really have cover from the first enemy unless the player going kind of goes over here. But I wanted the landing spot somewhere over here, so I added that little barrel thing right here to add to it, and it gives them a little cover. Also, it gives them an explosive right there. So I added some right there. Also added some right here, where, like I said, double explosive, kind of these high areas, more explosions, and then there's like soft explosions on the outskirt of it, where the player can distract the enemies and get away. Now I'm gonna move on to the weather portion. So originally I had it set for noon, the sun, but now I think I have it for 2 o'clock. I found that there's shadows, but it's less shadows than the player is able to see. Excuse me, not 2 o'clock. Well, close enough to 2 o'clock, I guess. 1:53. Um, so it draws out less shadows. Players able to play. I was kind of going for a nighttime kind of thing where you kind of gotta go assassinate the player, but I felt like the player wouldn't be able to see the life on this level, like the pigs, different animals, just the water in general, and then also too, it'd be harder to see enemies as it is. So I made it midday where it's kind of shining on everything. Also too, I wanted to make it look more natural, and I added clouds background for the player to see. And as you can hear, I also added noises for the player as well. So of course I have the ocean, and then I chose Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Black Flag Assassin's Creed was based on pirates, and I thought it fit the theme really well because it's kind of like a shipwrecked area. You're kind of on an island in the middle of the ocean. I'll play that for you in a second. Let me just change it really quick so you can hear it. It is this one. So this is what the player hears. So they hear that noise, and like I said, it adds to that tension. I that I felt well with the jungles and kind of like give an adrenaline rush even in these dense areas. And then see what else did I miss with. Also too, I was gonna make it stormy, but again, I didn't feel like um it was suited well. So I just basically made this island to be kind of like a paradise. There's a reason why your bounty is here. Kind of gives the player the sense like he goes here to get away and hide. And I think that's all I put really. Yeah, that's everything for Milestone 5. Thank you for watching and listening.